I'm Eric Davis, Artistic Director of freeFall Theater, and I'm honored to be playing Ned Weeks in our production of The Normal Heart. And now, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look into the making of our production. Theater's so much more about the journey and the process than the final product.
Our goal is to really capture everyone's hard work, the moments between the moments.
Really captures in a really unique way kind of the spirit of the group of artists that come together to do each show.
You know, this to me is a very important moment. Important for a number of reasons. We have an amazing opportunity here, and I'm very grateful for Eric, first for choosing this play to do here at freeFall, which is, to me, there's no better place to do it. It's more than just a well-written play about a very important, heroic character, you know, but it's a deeply meaningful play in the history of mankind.
Kind of getting into this play that is so well-written and so kind of just in your face with information and in your face of true stories and true characters that actually went through this. I've
seen first read-throughs done in many ways, and here's what I'd like to suggest. Turn yourselves over to each other. The most important thing in this first read-through is a deep, deep listening. There's nothing we have to do yet except listen right now.
I saw one friend there I knew was sick. I learned about 2 others.
How are we going to make people realize this is not just a gay problem? If it happens to us, it could happen to anyone.
It's really kind of an honor to do this, to sort of pay back to the people who are gone, all the people who aren't here now, who should be here now.
Sick of guys moaning that giving up careless sex until this blows over is worse than death. I am sick of closeted gays. It's 1982 now, guys. When are you going to come out? By 1984, you could be dead.
You're crazy. Am I? There are almost 500 cases now.
It's an important thing, and even nowadays, particularly for younger people who didn't live through it, who don't really quite understand the severity of it or the history of it, it's a really important thing for them to see as well.
My generation didn't experience it and didn't go through that, and so it's kind of, we know about it, but unless you lived it, you don't really know.
I'm a 28th case and 16 of them are dead.
To do this play, you have to want to do it. It's a play that has such it's so impactful, and you don't get this kind of material all the time.
One of them will be dead, maybe both of them.
And you want me to tell every gay man in New York City to stop having sex?
Who said anything about just New York City?
So obviously it is the table read, and we aren't trying to be performance ready with it, but the extraordinary thing about this show is that you can't not be touched by it.
If having sex can kill you, doesn't anyone with half a brain stop fucking? But perhaps you've never lost anything. Goodbye.
It's our first chance to really hear each other's voices, you know? This is a very important first moment, the actors as a group, to start to feel each other's spirit, to start to see where they're making those connections.
Ned, come on, it's your cause, not mine.
That is just an evasion.
No, it's not. I don't ask you to help me with the Larchmont County School Board, do I?
But I would if you asked me.
But I don't.
This is the first time I've actually spoken these words out loud other than very flatly. So it was kind of, you know, warming into what the energy is around the table and what each actor is giving you, and that was really a great experience.
We have visited over 100 patients each week in hospitals and homes.
Sir, one thing you could help us with is office space. No one will rent to us because of who we are and what we do. There were times when I just really said, you know, screw all my pre-planning. I'm just going to go ahead and listen to what these other actors around the table are telling me. So I paid him, and his mother and I put the bag in her car, and we Finally found an undertaker that cremated him for $1,000, no questions asked.
It's exactly what Larry Silverberg was talking about, saying really listening. Because it's not just about what you're saying, it's about what everybody else is saying.
I have a candle lit there, and I'll tell you all why I lit that candle. Each night when we begin to play, the first thing that the audience will see when they come in, on our set there will be a yard-side candle lit. I wanted them to immediately to get a sense that there's something special going on here.
You can only find room to call yourself normal.
Make me sound like I'm the enemy.
I am trying to understand why nobody wants to hear we're dying!
It is believed that the candle represents the soul of the departed, which is never extinguished in our hearts. And therefore the flame of the candle reminds us of the soul of our loved one. And therefore, by lighting a yard-side candle, we help the soul of our departed loved one to grow and to elevate.
First of all, I wasn't expecting the candle, and I thought that was a really, really nice thing that Larry brought to the experience, and it really kind of set the tone for what we can expect as far as how Larry is going to take this production and guide us along.
I think we're involved in something much bigger than, simply entertaining.
I guess my hope is that what people glean from this, that it's a relationship, that these relationships, everybody in the play, not just me and Felix, but everybody, this is life. This isn't gay or straight. This is a universal problem.
Isn't it amazing how a kid can come out of all that, analyzing everything incessantly down to the most infinitesimal neurosis, and still be all alone?
I'm sorry you don't like my Dr. Freud. Another aging Jew who couldn't get laid.
Just relax. You'll get laid.
The culmination of all of these feelings that finally get to be released, and what used to be pain has been transferred into love.
I belong to a culture that includes Proust, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Alexander the Great, Michelangelo. These are not invisible men.
The experience overall was just way more moving than I expected it to be.
How much everybody was giving was amazing, and it's an important piece of theater that we're doing. So I mean, it's really special.
This is important, and we want to do this, and we want to say these words, and we want to honor them. So I think that's what makes it different, and I think that's why you saw a lot of moments. And a lot of crying, good God. I'm buying everyone Kleenex for opening night.
I know you, as I do, have very strong feelings about this play. I know a lot of you have worked on it.
Uranus? Whose asshole are you talking about, Mickey? Grady.
Thinking about it, fantasizing about it, dreaming about it. Let those impulses lead you.
So you tell them I was wrong.
Thank you for coming with me. You're such a good friend.
Then you're exactly what's needed now.
My effort is to create something with you together. It will be a mark for all of time. For hundreds of years into the future, people will talk about this production, our production here at freeFall Theater. Although we have 2 weeks to do something, probably one of the most emotionally demanding plays I know of in all dramatic literature, and the time seems short, I promise you, by opening night, we will get to where we have to get to. You and I together.